We've seen Justin Verlander make a major comeback as of late. He's not quite back to where he was in 2011 because he's not throwing 100 plus in real speed very often. He's touching 98, which is fantastic. But the reality of what's happened is that he has started to utilize effective velocity better. These are all pitches coming out of the same tunnel. Only one of these, the fastball, is elevated more, and that's a very EV trait because it also is what sets up the ability to hide this slider that's inside to a lefty and away from the righty. It allows him to hide the location or the identity of the fact that this is a changeup rather than a fastball at 90, 98 plus. It's really a changeup at 86. So there's a huge differential between those two pitches. Then this curveball that heads down to the bottom of the strike zone, all of which are coming out of, again, that same EV tunnel. So this is, make no mistake, a very effective velocity concept. He's talking about one release point, and granted that's true, but the real beauty of it is the fact that these pitches are all coming out of the same tunnel and they're all going to different places in the strike zone. We talk about that as triangle that he created here, but in reality these pitches all work off of each other, and it's more like the shape of maybe a kite, for lack of a better term, or a diamond. But it's basically the idea that he's utilizing all of these pitches from an EV perspective. That's a tunnel, and each of these are going to different places, and you can see that he's not touching any of them. And that's the whole idea of an EV efficient pitch, is that they're all at different speeds, and hitters aren't going to run into them by accident. They have to, on purpose, time one or the other of those. EV is not stating that you can't hit pitches that are EV efficient. It's just that you force the hitter's hand. You force him to speed up to catch up to this one, and in speeding up to that one, there's too big of a speed differential between the off-speed pitches. And it's too much of, you have to start so early that you end up chasing pitches out of the zone as a result. So when guys are focusing on or talking about, when analysts speak about one release point, the release point is sort of important, but it's really not the major factor. The major factor is what goes on after the release point. What do the baseballs look like when they come out of his hand? And the answer to that is they look very eerily the same. They're coming out of the same EV tunnel. So this is the idea of what I mean by creating a set of pitches that all play off of each other. His is a kite or a diamond. Other pitchers will throw a triangle. Some pitchers will throw fastball changeup or fastball slider or fastball curveball that's down below the zone a lot. Bottom line is that however they describe it, effective velocity is what creates the maximum amount of deception.